Hello, true believers. This is Belts Only doing another bootleg Gundam review, and I'm gonna make this one fairly quick because we've got a lot of things to do today. We've got a quiz to prepare for in science later this afternoon, and then we got exercise after that. So I said, you know what? Let me get this out of the way first, so I have something uploaded. I try to upload daily. So a quick update. My finger is still, it's doing well. It's, as you can see, it's nice and pink. I've got plenty of sensation, and it's, it's just sore and a little bit swollen. So I just kind of put some tape on it. Been taking antibiotics, and I'm not taking really anything for pain unless I'm so it's pretty usable. I just I just gotta learn to wash my butt with my left hand now instead of my right hand. So it just takes a while getting used to until this thing fully recovers. So probably in about a week it'll be back to normal. But I don't know how my nail is gonna look, if it's gonna be deformed or not. But we'll wait and see. But back to the review here. We've got I was gonna do this review on this Sword Strike Gundam over here from Dragon Momoko, but what when I opened it up, it was empty. So I was like, oh, what happened to it? Of course, if I ask any of the kids, hey, you know what happened to it? And they're like, well, I don't know. So it's probably in the box of forgotten souls, Bermuda Triangle. So I mean, I have to organize it and look for it. Anyway, here are like the boxes of the Gundams that I already reviewed. So it's probably somewhere they played around with it and they just forgot where it is now. So I said, okay, well, let's do the next best thing. Well, not really the next best thing, but the the one from TT Hongli. This is a launcher sword strike. So it's not only a launcher strike, but also a sword strike. So it's a combination. As you can see, it's got the familiar TT Hongli logo on it. So you can see from the box, let's take a look at the box itself, what it looks like. So we got this thing focused properly. Maybe we can get the review done. Get this out of the way first. So this is what the box looks like. So he's got one with the launcher, and then he's got the one with the sword, and he's got with this huge gun, and then he got the big ass sword. So that's what it looks like with the box. And looks like we got some poses over here. Action pose, and then here's one with the ale strike pose, and then here's it with these accessories. So that's pretty much for the box. So let's look at the manual. Let's look through. So it's a launcher sword strike, 1/100 scale, Omni Enforcer mobile suit GAT X105. So I built the perfect grade version of this already. So I'm building a master grade version. So this is what the manual looks like. So if you want to pause, see what the manual looks like, it's pretty easy to follow. It's probably the same as the original that they copied it from, but in just Chinese lettering versus Japanese. So let's go through that real quick. Here's the legs. And then we'll go to the mobile suit itself. And I'll let you know what I think of it. Of course, it's not superior to the Dragon Momoko. The Dragon Momoko is way better. And here's the launcher strike. And I think it's maybe because it's also you have double the price also. So I think this is like only I think $7 or $8. I know it's probably less than $10. So the TT Honglis are the relatively cheap ones, and for very good reason why they're relatively cheap. So here's the accessories. That's pretty much it. Here's how you get it to go on the mobile suit. And here's the sticker. Here's a stand. Here's how you put the stickers on. So lots of stickers. And here's what it looks like right there with the two different accessories. So let's look at so it comes with the stand, as you can see, which I don't bother with. I don't really have the space right now to be dealing with that. And you get dry rub-on stickers, which I hate. dealing with because they never go on properly, and regular plastic stickers which look terrible, so don't even deal with that. So let's look at the accessories. You got this little mini figure over here, focus properly on it, and then you've got these effect parts. This is supposed to be with the boomerang, and you got the little cable. Oh no, this little cable is supposed to go with like this arm weapon. It's supposed to shoot out. So if you want to have, so there's like, you get this wire to create that effect. Then you got these folding blades. I think they call them Schneider blades or something like that. So that's that. So you get two of them. So if you want to pose it with that. So it comes with a beam rifle. Check it out. I think this is yeah, right there. It articulates. And there's really no peg for the hand to go on. There's a little clear piece over there. So as you can see, look at the plastic. It has this kind of cheap, because it's a cheap copy of the original. So the detail is not that good, or not as detailed. The detail is not as detailed. So it comes with a shield. So this moves up and down, and you could peg this to his arm. But this is but you didn't buy this model for this accessory. And here's the backpack for the sword. And I'm not sure where this peg goes, but I think it goes with the sword accessory. So let's go to the mobile suit itself. So here it is. It's a rainy day, so the light is kind of a little bit off. It's not really that bright. It's kind of has this overcast look. So let's go ahead and put this thing on a stand. And so what I have it at already is he's kind of like in this perfect strike mode, where he's wearing both the shoulder armor, like both shoulder armors, like the launcher shoulder armor, as you can see over here, and then the sword strike shoulder armor over here. And then on his forearm, instead of putting the shield, I've got his shield and weapon over here that shoots out. And then you've got the launcher strike backpack over here, so you can combine it. So I decided to put the backpack on in the back like that. So it's your basic standard strike Gundam that has a lot. So this thing has a lot of versions, like the Ale strike, sword strike, the launcher strike, the big business strike. And look at the detail. It's got the vents over here in the back, and it goes on his shoulder. So if I use this is the backpack for the launcher, or for the sword strike. So you could put the big ass sword on over here, but normally I just have him hold it in his hand. And as usual, because it's a bootleg, the plastic is pretty flimsy. So let me just kind of zoom in on it. Let me just take this off the stand so we can just kind of look at all the intricacies of this thing. So let's look at the face first. As you can see, it's not all that. It kind of looks like a bug face. So you can't really see the vents. Sticker, you got the camera, so it's okay. And then you've got the the index finger, I think, is articulate, and everything is kind of fixed. And then you got the arm cannon over here. These flaps articulate, and then that's what it looks like in the back. That's what it looks like in the backpack. And you got the big sword. Let's look at the sword over here. So you got this beam effect over here on the bottom, and so having him holding it on over his shoulder like so. So but it just doesn't. And then you got the sword strike shoulder armor boomerang. See what it looks like in the back, like so. And then the rest of it pretty much a regular master grade strike Gundam. Not a lot of detail, not a lot of. So my biggest problem with this, like I said, it's the cheap plastic. And number one, this thigh over here, what they did is they copied it, but they copied it directly that you had like two left thighs. So what I did was I just so if you look at this is actually backwards. This is the back of the thigh and this is the front of the thigh, and we can't bend it forward so it could only stand. So I was kind of confused when I was putting it together. I was like, how come I got two left thighs? How am I supposed to put this together now? So I just kind of created this space there. As you could see, it's like for the knee, for it to plug in and for it to have space like that. So I got two left thighs. So this is backwards. So if you look at the front, they got the knee. See how that is? This is supposed to be the front of the knee part, and that's fine. But this is the part that's all wrong. Or I mean, this could have been over here. But anyway, you got two of the same thing, and so that's kind of where the quality control. You don't have anything present, so they made a bunch of these with two of the same side thighs, and you're gonna have to. I still, you know what? I'll still put it together just so it'll stand. And there you go. That's the TT Hongli Launcher Sword Strike. Now, what do I think of this? Would I recommend it? Absolutely not. I mean, there's so many of these, so many versions of this that are way better than TT Hongli, that I think even though it's really cheap at probably like $7-8, that it would be a waste of your money. You're better off spending that $8 on a Dragon Momoko version of this, or even go ahead and spend the money on, if you really want to get a strike, get a perfect grade strike. But there's plenty of these. There's Dragon Momoko makes a sword strike, a launcher strike at the time when I got this from Divisoria. So you're probably asking, but then why do you have it? At the time when I bought this, they didn't have the Dragon Momoko version yet. It came out maybe several months after, or maybe a year after when I got this. It was these were like in my stock that I never built. But once I was in prison, I just kind of built them all. So I had something to do and keep myself occupied and keep myself busy. So I put this together. So it's a real piece of crap when you got better options over here. So this is one of the one that I wouldn't recommend, no matter how cheap it is, because you could see how they have no quality. I got two of the same side thighs, and then look at just the detail. And I don't know, maybe because the original was this crappy, but they got newer versions now like this with so much better detail and so much better engineering. As look at this sword compared to this sword, and maybe the color is a little bit off. Look at how deep blue this one is, and look how light blue this one is. So this one was definitely a better version. If I ever find this, I'll review it, but if I don't, then you're gonna have to accept this one for now. And the fact is, don't get this one, get this one, because I'm sure a lot of these versions are available, and skip this one entirely. And I just wanted to show you why. Anyway, this is Bev's Only doing a cheap bootleg Gundam review, and finally I said skip this one. I don't really say skip too many, but this one you can definitely skip. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, leave a like or leave a hate, and so I can have some trolls to feed. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Bev's Only. Thanks for watching.